Hey, I thought we'd do something a little different, like we normally do. Can you imagine us trying to play with glue and scissors and talk at the same time?
Yeah, no.
So I thought, what entertainment would that be for them? Hi, everybody.
Be great entertainment for them. Since,
well, first off, they can't really see what I'm doing down here. I keep it hidden, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you know, it is Sunday, October 8th. Give me one of those little things over there, will you?
A little napkin?
Yeah, that'd be great. So I can do this before it drips on somebody's nose. There you go. Hi, it's September. October.
October 8th. Sunday, October 8th.
Number 163.
It's number 163. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time.
And there's Flockaround the Table. And I'm Deb.
And I'm Sue.
Just in case you don't know who we are and you never watched us before.
Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Colleen, you're on. Listen, date night, Wednesday, 4 o'clock. You have to leave work early. You have to.
With Matt.
Yeah, you have to get there. I'm sorry, we're just not tolerating it. I don't care if you have a tournament. I don't care if they are rowing. It don't make any difference. If you're not there, you're going to be in real trouble. So pardon everybody else who's watching or getting online.
Or if anybody else wants to show up at the Friendly at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. It's
for date night. Yeah, with Matt. So
with Matt.
Colleen, we haven't seen you forever.
Yeah.
The thing is,
you could have been here this morning, Colleen. I made breakfast burritos.
Oh, they were really good too. Let me tell you. See, happy Halloween! Got a new shirt.
Friday is the 13th.
I know. I'm in trouble. See, look, it's even on my back too.
It is pretty cool. It's looking a little big.
It's a large.
That's an extra large.
It's a double X, I think. I've even sewed it. Look, I even brought it in. I even sewed it in. Because I had to get the sewing machine out for somebody who's going to become totally into the world of California, I think. Have you guys seen these online? I want to bring this up. I'm going to make a big issue out of this. Have you seen these new things?
She's going to make a big issue of it.
Yeah.
Because I said, Miss Sewing Machine person, could you make me some of these? It's just a triangle or a rectangle. And it's just serged around the edge or whatever.
Right. These are called paperless paper towels. Also known in the business as a rag. Okay?
Yeah.
A cloth rag. So
but it does have to be out of a certain type of material.
They take flannel, like a cotton flannel, because it sticks together.
It sticks to itself. So you can roll it around.
So you can roll it around.
Paper towel tube.
A paper towel tube. And then you can peel these off. And you throw them in the wash,
and then you put them back on
more
again.
Water, and you're using more soap.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That into the environment versus.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm gonna throw 3 or 4 of those into one load of laundry that I would have had the same amount anyway.
I have to admit, using this as a Kleenex would be a lot better than using a paper towel. My nose would not be a scratch.
Exactly. So make some hankies for yourself.
So she tells me this on Wednesday. I'm like, sure, I'll look it up. So finally get on Etsy to look at these paperless paper towels. And some of them are...
That's just marketing. I mean, I know.
Some of them are actually paper, though. They use the paper stuff. There's a fabric, like a paper fabric that I don't have with me, but they have a paper fabric that you can use, and it's washable. You can't use it for really tough cleaning, but anyway.
Well, you're not going to use a paper towel for tough cleaning either.
You get like a dozen of these for $25. What the hell's wrong with you people out there?
Well, you spend $3.99 on a roll of fucking paper towels that you throw away. And you never get to reuse again.
The smartest thing they ever did, though, was cut them in half. So that you could use half because you never really used the whole one.
Oh, my God. Right?
See, I was never a paper towel user.
I'm really not much of a paper towel user because of that.
My mother was. She could use a paper towel and pitch it like some people do a napkin. They never. I have a friend who will take a napkin and do this, when they're eating, and they want another one. They won't reuse it. I said, what do you do when you have a cloth one? They ask for another one. They won't reuse it because they want to get the germs back on their face. And I'm like, that's beyond stupid. You're total germs, So anyway, I went.
She's making fun of me because
I made paperless paper towels. Now, what does it look like to you? A rag.
Yes. It's called marketing. They could just call it roll them up rags for your kitchen. But paperless paper towels sounds better.
Well, so I'm telling Mikey this last night. He goes, well, what are you making? And he said, you haven't been in that room except to put stuff in there or take stuff out for a while. And I said, yeah, you're right. Usually around holiday times, I get into my sewing again because I like to make stuff for the holidays. So I said, I'm making paperless paper towels.
You should have just said, I'm just making rectangles for Sue.
So because first off, I'm up in the closet getting the
cotton flannel.
Yeah. Which was not in the box I thought it was in. The box on this side had.
This is really my way of actually getting her to go through boxes. That's it. I force her, into going through boxes.
The box on this side has diapers in it because I make birth cloths. These are the backs of the birth cloth.
Yeah.
You put the diaper on the front and then you sew the sides and then it folds up over itself. So you got a pretty little diaper with a little thing on for a burp. So like when you're in church or something, you're not just throwing this stained thing over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You got something a little decent. So I would make those as gifts. So that side had the diapers in it. And then I thought, I wonder if she could use these.
I probably could.
If I took the stuffing out of it. You don't want the diaper stuff in the middle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's probably. I don't even know.
Wow, there's like polyfill diaper things now.
Oh, these diapers are pre-pandemic. Bob's has not been.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but so I used cloth diapers on Tori when Tori was an infant.
Yeah, and they go back to them because they still have diaper service and things like that too.
But the cloth diapers of today's world are way different than the cloth diapers of
totally
33 years ago.
Totally. They're not even half as absorbent as what they used to be.
Well, basically what
I think they put the stuff in that they put in, the in your period pads, your sandy pads, they're nothing like they used to be either. And I think they put that jelly stuff in the center of the diapers. Did you ever see that commercial on TV?
There was nothing. It was literally like the old-fashioned tea towels.
Yeah, it's like this. You just put a little bit thicker.
No, probably thinner, but they were huge sheets, so you could fold them to fit the size of your child.
Oh, yeah. Well, then we decided we had to have 16 different sizes, so you wouldn't buy just one size. You had to buy, when they're 3 to 6 months or 0 to 3 months.
Yeah, you just folded it a different way.
That's a new thing too for parties, not just gender reveal.
My daughter was in cloth diapers. I remember.
Yeah. The thing now too is you do diaper parties. Like when the gender reveal party is not just gender reveal where you come for free. You have to bring a box of diapers. And I mean, not just a box of diapers. They want you to bring a box of diapers, not a package, a box of diapers.
I did that for the longest time, when my friends were of child rearing ages, and they had a shower or something. My gift, because I got one as a gift, and I thought this is the most brilliant fucking thing ever.
And
it came from my aunt. And I just thought this is the absolute best. So this is what I would give to my friends who were whatever. So a big, huge box.
Okay.
And then I would go, to the Dollar Tree, Walmart, wherever, Five Below, and I would get all the weird things that you don't think you're ever going to need as a mom, like bottle brushes and just weird little
stuff that you wouldn't think that you'd
thermometers and nooks and all the stuff. All the things, the gum, the teething rings, the stuff that really doesn't cost a whole lot.
Right.
But you never have enough of them.
Right.
Bibs, little onesies.
Oh, yeah. You never do.
And then you pack it all in that giant box with diapers.
Huh.
Diapers. And more diapers. And then the next size of diapers.
And
then pull-ups. And
well, I think that they should have parties. The same thing as like 5 years, like you have a wedding shower.
Yeah.
Well, 5 years or 7 years into it, at 7 years, you should have a party anyway and re-gift everything. Because if you're still together at 7 years, odds are you're going to kind of make it from then on. I mean, very few people like my parents get divorced at 50 years. This
is fact.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, and people get divorced all the time, but I think 7 years because a lot of stuff starts to wear out and then you got to replace it. Except in my house, I'm using the dishes that my mother-in-law actually gave me a shower. My sister-in-law never got married. Worked in this office for 30 some odd years. I mean, forever. And she had been to all their kids' showers for 20 some odd years. So they all came. I knew nobody but my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law at this wedding, at the shower. Nobody. We're still using the Corningware to this day. The exact same Corningware, 45 years later. I've replaced the pans because I make popcorn a lot. And so I had to replace the pans. But I still have the same dishes for 45 years. And it's probably not even the good Corral. I mean, it's Corral and it's Corningware and it's good. But if you break it, or it's probably got some sort of something in it now that you probably can't have, some PVC something. Yeah. I digress. I'm going to go back to this.
Yeah.
So I said to my guest, I'm making you 2 paperless paper towels. And he's walking up the stairs and he turns around and he walks back down and looks at me and he goes, "What?" I said, "I'm making Sue some paperless paper towels." And he goes, "Wasn't that just a rag?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "But, you need the politically correct term for this sort of thing. I mean, she is now into this environmental sort of situation." And he goes, "Wait, you're making a brew?" And I said, "Sue." And he goes, "Oh." And so then I showed him what I was doing and he goes, "Well, I can go to Menards and buy a package of those."
Those Sam Wows.
Yeah, I mean, not even, but they're just regular. They're red and they're.
And I don't want my kitchen to look like a freaking mechanic's shop.
So instead, we're going to look like a baby store because she doesn't realize the only flannel I have in the house. I can stop and get some, but I don't want to. She wants me to use up my flannel. So I said, okay. So I went upstairs. This was the only one. I have one other one that has, this is about the only one that's not
teal, white, and beige. That's not baby at all. I mean, you could use it for a baby, but it doesn't scream baby.
Yeah, it's stuffed. It was for a while there. You couldn't find boy stuff, and so to me, this was very gender neutral.
Yeah,
that you could use.
Hi, Maggie. And Nancy, great idea. Nancy's giving diapers as a Christmas gift.
That is a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
I think so. And if you think about it and you have nothing better to do, you take a yard of material and you can get 3 because it's 42 inches wide. So that's what, 14 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. Yeah, 42. So you can get about 14 inches on it, which is about a piece of paper towel. And then this is 11 inches. And I want you to know, I went downstairs and I ironed for you too.
Yeah, they don't need to be ironed. They're not going to be ironed here. I don't own an iron.
So should I get a piece? Now, what I need to do is I need to measure the roll. I'll go get you a piece of PVC pipe. Then you don't have to worry. Then you always have something to roll them on. What do you think, guys? That'd be kind
of fun. God, she's making a big deal of this. I just saw it and I thought that's a great idea. I hate buying paper towels.
See, I don't do what Mikey does. He goes to Costco.
Yeah, well.
But I can't reach him in the garage, so it don't make any difference.
At any rate.
See, your husband would do the same thing to you if you didn't have a pantry. If you had to keep your extra stuff in the garage, on a shelf in the garage, if you didn't have this cool pantry, okay, he would put it up on the top shelf because that's good for him.
But if paper towels went in the pantry, which they don't, I buy 2 packs and one goes underneath the kitchen sink.
They're cheaper if you buy them at Costco.
No, they're not. And
then you always have them.
No, they're not.
I don't care if they're not cheaper.
I'm the cheapest person to walk the face of the earth. No, they're not.
Costco's not cheaper?
No. Costco is not cheaper.
Are they better?
No, they're worse.
Ow.
Yeah.
We get our toilet paper.
This is even better, and it helps clean out my friend's closet.
Yeah, but she almost got stuck in the closet trying to figure out. I get it because he moved everything around so that we could put 2 little tables.
Colleen, see? Colleen has a drawer full of cloths in her kitchen.
Yeah, they're called dish towels.
Well, I have dish towels too.
So these are not going to be used as a dish towel? You're not going to dry anything with them? You're just going to wipe up with them?
They're going to be used like a paper towel would.
Okay, fine. So guess what? Now she has 3 little paper towels. And we're just going to use this. We're going to use this week as a test week for her to decide.
And here's what I find really funny. My husband and I, we really don't use hardly any paper towels. We really don't. And yet I have a paper towel holder up on my kitchen
of course,
island
because everybody has one.
Everybody has one, right? So, people will come over and they'll randomly grab one. But I think the most paper towels in my house are used when my cleaning lady comes over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They like to use them. I have to admit, when I had one many years ago, Mikey, well, my cleaning guy now does sort of use them too. Yeah, he uses paper towels a little bit too.
I think she uses the majority of the paper towels in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, they do that sometimes.
So I'm kind of thinking my house really is not that dirty, and really, honestly, for what I pay her, if all she did were clean my bathrooms and my stove, and she did nothing else,
it'd be totally worth it.
It would be totally worth it for me.
Yeah, me too. That's all
totally worth it.
Yeah. My biggest thing was the 3 bathrooms. If I left the sheets out, she made the bed, but I didn't even need her to do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't
my bed too.
And she would start washing the towels and things like that. Well, that drove Mikey crazy. So I said, don't do that anymore. That and the baseboards, and she wiped down the cabinets, which was really kind of nice. That was pretty good because we're dribbly.
I don't need her to do that.
Yeah,
she probably does do it, but I don't need her to.
Yeah.
She wipes down she stops all the fans, and she does, she cleans the blades she does all this stuff. But honestly, I don't need her to do all that stuff. I really just need her to clean the bathrooms and the top of my stove. I have a flat top stove, and it's gas, and I cook a lot.
Cleaning.
And she cleans that. I swear, it looks like it's brand new every time she leaves, and I try and clean it in between, and it always looks like shit when it's the day that I know she's going to come. So
yeah, I'm not a cleaner. I can do a wound. Looks great. I can do a dressing change.
Wound.
Man, that wound is like beyond clean. But yeah, comes to the house, forget it. Can't do it.
Okay, so she's giving me crap for wanting to go paperless on the paper towels.
I'll make them. It's just maybe whatever. I have no problem. See, I fulfill my obligations to my
Would it make you feel better if I used it as a paper towel first, and then I used it as a dish rag, and then washed it?
I'm not going to tell you what to do with it at all.
Okay, well, all right. Do you want to tell them about this craziness?
No, actually, because I don't know how. They didn't give me any instructions. I went to Dollar Tree because, like I told you last week, we've been very remiss when it comes to the holidays around here. I don't know. How do you make that into a hat? How did you do that?
Just freaking.
But see, it's got a hole in the top.
Well,
how can you get the glue?
I don't
see. I bought these at the Dollar Tree last week because I thought, well, let's just make new ones for $1.25 instead of buying them for $1.25. Let's have a little fun and make them for $1.25, right? So I got this, but thinking that maybe once I opened it, see, because the bag just says, don't put it on your head. This is not a toy. So I said, okay, fine. So I thought maybe the instructions as to what you needed to do would be in here, but it's empty. So it's not going to tell you how to make a hat. So somehow I figured this out. You have to take these apart. First, we should probably glue this stuff on there.
I think you should really staple this.
You're supposed to glue it.
Oh, I wouldn't fucking glue it. It's not going to hold.
Oh, I got really good glue. I got, wait.
Yeah, you got fabric glue.
Yeah, so I bought fabric.
It's right here.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and hold this for 2 hours while it dries.
Okay.
At any rate, so she bought these.
So I bought, and they didn't have, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. Look, you get all the little pieces to make the hair so that you have hair. And then it gives you the headband and everything, so you put it on.
She thought that we could just do this while we're online.
Online. We knit, so why can't we glue?
I don't need to watch what I'm knitting so that's why I have no knitting in front of me right now, because I thought I was going to be doing this arts and crafts project, but I don't think.
See, it comes like with eyes. This one, you knocked all the stuff off the bottom.
I thought you glued it on.
I didn't glue it on. This is yours to glue. I'm going to let you do yours first so that.
I'm not doing it on air.
No.
Because.
See, look, it looks like this. Isn't that just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Yeah.
I don't know about you sometimes.
So, all right, fine. I'll just leave it there and you can put it back together at some point. Just don't use this plastic as a toy. Okay.
Okay.
Don't put it over your head. Her mother-in-law's coming today. So
I wasn't expecting them to come until Wednesday.
But they sold their house.
And then
the people who bought the house said, get the we're moving in on Monday.
Essentially, no. Well, there was supposed to be an inspection today.
Oh.
And then they weren't going to know anything about the inspection until Monday or Tuesday. And then they would have to wait to hear back from the buyers if all was a go or not or whatnot.
Right.
And
what's to inspect? It's a brand new house.
A lot. And they lucked out on this one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it was I think it was like the husband.
What if they want to build a house and they're going to live here for 6 months?
Stop jinxing shit.
Okay.
Woman. Okay. So.
Am I being bad or what?
So it was like the husband and the son that came initially and saw the house, loved it, said they wanted to put in an offer. They put in an offer. Of course, my in-laws accepted the offer. And then the buyers were like, the wife wanted to come see it. Well, yeah, of course she does. I mean,
why wouldn't she?
You can see things online, but like, let's, know.
Okay.
And they're selling it furnished. So.
Oh, so of course she has to come and see the furniture.
I mean, you can replace furniture, but I digress. At any rate, she came, absolutely loved it.
Good.
And said, we don't need an inspection.
Okay.
We're good.
And so your parents.
So they close on the house there October 31st.
Oh my gosh. They really have like no time. Mm-hmm. Maybe they might need to.
So they're coming here today to look for houses here.
They should probably maybe consider a rental. No. She's probably like, yeah, I think you should probably think about enough.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to something more interesting. Before I get into Etsy being a pain, I will show you guys some new ones. So there is a new fall mystery pack out there
Aren't they cute?
There's little gnomies and pumpkins and cars and trucks and sunflowers
I like the truck.
and squishes.
I mean, look at these. These are all so cool.
Where's the truck? Where's the truck?
What'd you do with the truck? Here he is.
Oh, here he is.
There he is. Look at the truck. Isn't that truck adorable?
There's cars and let me see. Oh, there's hay wagons. There's all kinds of
Oh, I
stuff.
didn't even know you had a hay wagon. You could put a hay wagon and a
So
car
that's up.
together. Oh, look at that pumpkin wagon. That is like beyond cute.
Right? It's like a hay bale wagon.
Oh, look at it.
And
then you
little
could put the little
gnomes
car.
sitting on pumpkins.
And then you could, oh my gosh, you could make like the truck going and then put the cart, and then you could put pumpkins.
Yeah.
Like it's going to pick them up on the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun when you're
Squashes
knitting.
and pumpkins and sunflowers and
Oh, how neataroo.
it is it's labeled fall harvest in the mystery pack section.
Hello, pumpkin.
Hello, pumpkin.
How cute is that? It says hello, pumpkin on it. Oh my God, these are so fun.
So, if you need a little, I think you have it the wrong way. Little car with pumpkin on top.
A Volkswagen taking a pumpkin. More like a Christmas tree. Could you imagine it?
Could you imagine a Christmas tree with
A Volkswagen?
all the pumpkins on it?
That would be kind of fun, actually.
All pumpkin stitch markers? Be a great fall decoration.
That'd be a good decoration. Those
So
are really cute.
that is up and ready to rock and roll. The other one that I put up, and why this little
Cutest display. She
why
sent it out to us.
why the name of this one is What's Up With You? What's Up, Etsy? So I also posted this one, and I think I'll put the photos. I didn't put them on Instagram because they weren't live in Etsy yet. But so here's this little acorn pendant.
Right. Watch.
It opens up and there's 4 little acorn stitch markers inside of it.
Beyond cute.
Okay, so I put it up. I have the description. La 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 la. And Etsy has the listing under review. It could be up to 10 business days before it is active. I know it will be active because there's nothing wrong with it. But the photos that I took of it
Cute.
is on this little gnome. This little guy.
Oh, careful. Did you
Okay.
hurt your foot?
No.
Okay.
So I had it wrapped around his little neck with the acorn just hanging down here. And they have this little thing on Etsy where you can't have necklaces or cords that are less than 1.5 inches long.
Except they have those phone cords that you can buy that loop around your phone. They're wrong. They're crazy.
So, but in the description, it does say that this cord is 22 to 24 inches, depending on where you put it on the chain. So it'll be up eventually. I just don't know when.
Cute. Just beyond cute. Here, see. So
And I love this little gnome.
the gnome is adorable.
Oh my god!
You have to be
I had to get him. He was just too damn.
He really is cute. See, and then you can put this on.
Yeah, and you can wear it as a statement necklace, whatever.
It's the whole thing, and then you've always got your little stitch markers. Because how many thousands of times we
And
just need
the
a stitch
scary
marker?
thing is there's pretty much that same thing, or like this is made out of wood.
Yeah, it's wood. See, wood.
Yeah, it's wood. There are some that are actually made out of acorns.
Okay.
You got it.
There.
There are some that are made out of acorns, but they're on the same sort of nylon cord. It's a nylon cord. It's not leather.
That you can probably buy on Etsy.
Probably.
You could make a few extra bucks and we could put the paperless paper towels on.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. And I'm not calling this vegan leather either because it's nylon.
It's nylon. It's not vegan leather.
Well, you could call it vegan leather because vegan leather is essentially
nylon.
Not leather. It's not leather.
Is it pleather?
Yeah, that would be vegan leather.
I can't get these back in. Don't worry, I'm playing here. I'm just
she's playing Jenga or Tetris to get them back in.
There's probably not a hard way to get them back in, but because I can't figure it out, it's gonna be a problem.
It's difficult for her.
It is. I'm not as coordinated as some people are.
Well, I can tell you that it is difficult to get them in there.
Okay.
So 3 fit. 3 fit really nice, but 4.
I got them in there. Yeah. I got them in
but
there.
But I just thought, what? You need to have 4 stitch.
I gotta have it
over there. Yeah.
You got 3 of those. I get 1 of those. What do you think? That's pretty good.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
And you'll have more because the other fabric is pink. I went looking for pink.
But I like pink.
I know. I went looking for pink. I have to.
So the other thing that will be up, as long as Etsy doesn't put it under review. I don't know why they have it under review.
See, I
honestly don't.
You're right. Squirrel found in the can. Squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. These guys will be up later today.
Those are cute. Look at those kitties. And the fish. Those are adorable.
Yeah. So
is it like a set?
It will be a set.
Yeah.
A kitty cat with a there's a little star dangling off of his little tail. Honey. And the fish. And they're in that, I don't know, color block, stained glass looking.
Well, he's carrying the star around just in case you want something to play with at some point,
And I got
those are cute.
I got these new.
These I can see making a mystery pack because it would be way too hard to decide which one would go with which.
Yeah, no.
This way you get a whole bunch of them. You get a whole different kind.
Yeah, and they come in 5, 10, or 15 packs. I think something like that. You can make up your own.
Yeah.
And pick your own.
She's really good about that. I have to give her credit. She's very accommodating. As not other people, even though they sat there and they sewed for hours and cut this and had to find the stuff and got lost in the closet. But
you went through a box.
I went through 2. Actually, that fell out of the box.
Mission accomplished.
That fell out of the box. So I thought that was the box it was, but it wasn't the box it was. But then I stood at the door and I kind of looked and I thought, and then when I went up to get the glue for this today and the skizzers, to play with this, I'm like, I can walk in here and pretty much, I think I have just about everything Joanne's has. Except they know where it is and I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
They have workers too. You don't.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I probably should, but I don't. I don't do a lot of that stuff anymore. But the funny thing is I get behind the sewing machine and I really like it. I had to sew my shirt because like I said,
it was way too big. It's
still way too big, but I'm not going to take it in again and I'm going to wear it as is because it says Happy Halloween and it's the cutest shirt. And when we leave on the 25th, I'm going to have a different one till the 31st and then I'll go to regular clothes.
Right.
I even have my shoes on. See?
Her Halloween shoes.
I have to take it off and show you. Put my shoes on. See, I even have my Halloween shoes on. So that's why I thought we would be making headbands. Because I thought, why buy them for $1.25 when we can make them for $1.25 and I can play with glue.
I saw a post the other day that was like, why buy a blanket for $7.99 when I can make it for $179.99?
Exactly.
Not including the hours spent to
right, like the sweaters. Like on Temu, they have all these sweaters and stuff in Shine, which I'm not as big on. Shine is another one of those like warehouse places where they selling this stuff, and they're not as efficient as Temu. They must not have been. They didn't have the same sort of setup, or maybe they set up too fast to compete with Temu. But I'm like, why am I even looking at knitting a sweater when I can buy it for $7.97? Same thing. I look at all these sock patterns and I'm like, I can buy a pair of socks for $2. Why would I do that?
They're not as good.
I know they're not as good. I've never had a knitted pair of socks, but I don't like.
You've never had a pair of knitted socks?
Nope. I never had a pair of knitted socks.
Sock knitters of the world. I'm not one of them, or I would knit her a pair of socks. But sock knitters, can we hook her up with a pair of knitted socks? I don't knit socks, and I have 3 pairs.
Yeah, but you got Leah. Did you know that Leah put a pattern on?
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
Oh, I just found it.
She has several patterns on Ravelry.
Does she really?
Mm-hmm.
Our little pygmy tiger up there.
Yeah, she's got several sock patterns up.
Oh my gosh, she probably knitted
Pygmy Tiger Knits on Instagram, and I believe that's her name on Ravelry too. I'm not on Ravelry, so I don't know. But I think she's Pygmy Tiger Knits there too. I probably
have close to 500 patterns, but I keep thinking I'm going to take the pattern that's in the. Did they have certain?
Did you, Kylie? They're so cute. The apple cider, I think it's called. Carly just said she just bought 3 of Aaliyah's patterns. She has several color work sock patterns, and they're
I wouldn't do a color work.
Adorables.
I want to do like the pattern that's in the top part of the sock above the heel, and put them on like mittens and combine them with mittens, and then put the thumb in, and then.
But you don't want color work. You don't want to do color work mittens.
Not right now.
No, you're not.
I'm always afraid if I stick my hand in there, I'm going to get stuck on it. Except Ellie did it on my mittens. Hi, Ellie. I hope you're feeling better. She wrote me a note. I hadn't heard from her for a while. I was getting concerned. Thought maybe I pissed her off or something, which isn't difficult for me to do to people. That she wasn't feeling
except
good.
For the folks that just brushed it off. I could just brush it off.
She's used to it. She's like, huh? That's just a normal for her. Yeah. Is it fun though? Yeah, I got to do it every once in a while.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember last week we were talking about the Fibonacci.
Oh, yeah.
I think I went scouring through my patterns looking for the pattern for this. And I couldn't find it. And I realized I have so many patterns, I'm never going to make it through all of them. And Carly, Carly sent out a text to us all looking for a one skein cowl pattern that was easy, but not like boring.
Yeah.
And there's one, Colleen, the one that you and I have both done that twists. And it's like a German name. I can't remember the name of it. I went looking for that pattern and I could not find it. I can't. Colleen, if you can help me out on that one. Carly, it's a fun one to do. And Colleen and I both wear it all the time. This is the Fibonacci, which I went looking for this pattern as well. Couldn't find it.
Colleen says.
Wookig, yes.
Oh, your fave.
Yes.
It's Martina. Martina.
So good.
Yeah. She's really fun too. And she's her patterns
a great
are
pattern.
very well written. I think
I have it somewhere. I just couldn't find it.
Me crazy.
Okay, so this is, a mathematical sequence.
Which end do you start at? This way?
Well, either way, it's kind of reversible, but I did it with 3 colors. So this gradient, and then a solid yellow,
and then the blue,
a blue, and then it's Fibonacci. It just. The mathematical equation ends up going, you have the same amount of yellow on this side as you do. Do you know what the Fibonacci code is? Like it repeats itself all over in nature.
Right.
Yeah. So at any rate.
Fibonacci. There you go.
This was done in crochet.
This is single crochet. This is really cool. Did you do back loop only?
No, I think this is half double.
Is it?
I think it's a half double, yeah.
Well, it's an awfully tiny little needle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have gone looking for it. I still would have been looking for it.
I think it's called Fibonacci.
It is called Fibonacci.
No, I mean the pattern.
Yeah, it's actually Fibonacci.
The pattern is called that?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Ravelry, there's one that actually just says Fibonacci. It's not
Okay.
like it's
Cool.
not like Fibonacci design. It says Fibonacci.
Okay.
Don't ask me how to spell it.
I
'cause
went looking for the
don't know how
pattern
to
and
spell
couldn't
it.
find it. And while I was looking for a pattern,
Okay. What'd you find?
I found my pattern, Bend and Snap.
What's that?
It's a hat pattern that I did a long time ago out of Leading Men's colorway Bend and Snap. I called them and I didn't call them. I DM'd them.
Bend and snap.
I wrote them and I asked them. I wrote this pattern and I would really like to call it Bend and Snap because I used Bend and Snap. Do you mind if I use that as the name? They're like, no, that'd be great. So I wrote up the pattern.
She really did. Like 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large.
Yeah. But then like the hat on my head is, I sent the hat to my daughter to have more youthful people have the hat on and take photos and send me photos so that I could add photos to my pattern.
And you didn't get the photos.
She lost the hat too in the midst of like 3 moves.
Oh no.
So now I have to
I guess you should probably
knit the pattern again.
Right. Which is probably
And then have a few proofreaders
I'll be happy to do that.
proofread my pattern.
Do you have another copy of it? I can do a bend and snap. I could take it on the cruise with me.
Yeah.
And then when somebody said, what are you doing?
I'm
bending
and snapping.
I have never in all my life ever heard anybody or seen anybody do that. My mother told me that years ago. Bend and what the hell? What's it for? You bend over, you pick it up, and you keep moving
So
on.
they can see your ass. That's what it's for. And then you snap to cover your ass back up again.
Well, and then your boobs are sticking out.
Exactly. Because they're done with your ass now. Now they need to see your boobs.
Okay, fine. The guy that comes out of the back in that movie is like the best person. I think that's like my most favorite part of that entire movie. Oh, he's mixing up his color. Oh, the bend and snap. It works every time. For some reason, it reminds me of Stephen B. I'm sorry, Stephen B. And I don't even know you, but that just reminded me of Stephen B.
I know that. And when I initially did this pattern, I just had it. I had the finished look in my head. And the beginning of this one it's quite strange.
You fold up your brim too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you connect your
thing with your provisional
cast on to your knitting where you're at.
Right.
It's strange. You could double knit it.
Yeah.
You could double knit the brim, but I've never double knit.
I don't either.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. Why would you want to?
So I improvised. I did a provisional cast on and you knit for so many inches. Then you unzip your provisional and
place 5 stitches on another 2 circular needle. Fold the brim with the knit side, right side, facing outwards, and the purl side, wrong side, facing inward. Place both circular needles parallel to one another and knit the front, working, because the ones in the back are just laying there doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Stitches together with the back, cast on stitches all the way around. Much like the 3 needle bind off, but leaving the stitches on the needle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it made sense to me in my brain, but I put things down in writing and sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes it doesn't come off the same way. I thought it was like, oh, that's
Well, the first time you do something like when I made
it's like a folded over, but it's actually connected. Then your next stitch is connected.
It's
a permanent fold.
It's a permanent fold over.
Yeah, so you have a permanent around the ears.
Yeah. You know what I saw this week? A finished object. Marcia made. Gotta love this woman. Must slap her. She used her leftover cashmere and made a Musselburgh. Oh my God. Talk about.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the most amazing hat.
Is it all the same color or is it like stripy?
She just used different clumps. Like this top part is gray and then she's got a beige part and then she's got a tan part. But when you fold up the brim and you just even put it on your head because it's cashmere.
Yeah.
It's got this, you look like you're an angel.
Yeah.
Like it's.
It would be worth just getting cashmere just to do that.
Well, cashmere.
Actually, you know what? Several years ago, I don't even know if you were with, but I was at a yarn show and somebody had Angora and they did a hat that's like the Musselburgh. And they did it in Angora and I was so tempted to get it, but you needed like 2 skeins of their Angora and it was like
$95 a yard.
$95 a skein for the Angora. And I was like, and you need 2?
Yeah.
Like for a hat, you need 2 skeins and because they're like, 100 yards or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 200 yards maybe.
Well, I was kind of thinking
and I was like, I can't justify
that.
I
like the look of the mohair, when you add the mohair onto the
silk. But see, that's why I was like, oh, but the Angora
doesn't scratch. But if you did mohair on a hat like a Musselburgh, you could put it on the other side and then wear it on the outside and it never touched your head.
If you did half of it in mohair.
You had one around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, if you did half with like a sock and mohair. Yeah. And then the other half with just
so that when you put it on your head, like when you put Marcia's on your head, you put it on and it just sort of went.
It had a nice halo.
Like a little, it really did.
Maybe that's what I should do with. I have 1 skein of yak.
Baby, a yak. Oh my God. I love
from Leading Men.
Yeah.
They discontinued that line.
Yeah. That would be a good thing to do. Out here, and then if it never touched you, you wouldn't have to worry about it bothering you.
It doesn't bother me though. I'm thinking I could do the whole hat in it because that one doesn't bother me.
And the baby alpaca you could do. Now the stuff I got from Stephen West feels different than the stuff that I got, and it might be the way they wash it. Because I know some of the stuff you get from Europe and Iceland and things. I think it's because it has more lanolin in it too, because it sheds the water as you go. Whatever. Anyway, ta-da.
Well, that's from my father-in-law, who will probably get that when he comes today. Because he might need it.
Because he might need to take it. It's chilly out there. It got cold up here. We were used to these 90-degree weather days, and then all of a sudden, bam, it went cold. Yesterday, did you notice that during the course of the day? It just sort of went chillier as time went on. But then the sun made it look like it was so nice. So, okay, no, I just smashed my head. I have to move my fan at night. I'm thinking maybe I need to start wearing a hat at night when I sleep because my fan blows on my head. It's bothering me. So I turned the fan off last night and then I couldn't get to sleep.
Is it blowing your hair out?
Could be. Maybe that's why it's thinning so bad. No, it just blows across and it feels like somebody's doing this. Wouldn't that drive you crazy all night? It's just driving me nuts anyway. I'm just having one of those moments. Wait, my pants are falling off too.
Well, I have a little silk bonnet if you want. Sleeping bonnet.
Oh,
I have 3 of them, so you can have one.
Maybe I should wear didn't they wear them in the old days too? Like the older people used to wear the hat, but that was to hold your curlers in.
Or it holds your hair in, like a Little House on the Prairie sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So what are our people saying? Can I see you want to see my feet? My feet here, sure. I'll show you my feet. What do you want? I wear a size 7.
See your feet? Why do you want to see our feet?
What do you want to see my feet for? There's my foot. See, there's my foot.
I can't get my foot up there anymore.
Ha! Again. Smell my feet. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something.
Oh my God.
Okay. Now that I'm up here, guys, I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, now she's stuck.
Okay, so
she's got cute shoes.
But I did put socks on this morning because it was chilly. So I put socks on it, and then I couldn't figure out how to get them in these shoes because these shoes are too new. So I had to go find a stupid, what's that thing you used to put at the back of your shoe to get
a shoehorn?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Can't find them anywhere. Nobody sells them. Nobody has them because now Skechers, you can just slide your foot in. I can get a pair of those.
I think if you went on Amazon and just typed in shoehorn, I bet dozens of them would come up.
I just used, you know what I used? A soup spoon.
Yeah, that'll do too.
It worked. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
That's it. So other than that, I don't really have too much. I didn't do much knitting this week. I
did 0 knitting this week.
I do have one. I'm doing this
0.
The one shawl at home.
I was kind of busy with Etsy.
I bet you were pissed with Etsy. I would have been going down to the Etsy office going, what the hell? I even went to St. Vincent to bitch about my bill.
What happened?
Still standing. Didn't really tell me too much, except I did finally realize that they didn't even bother to bill Medicare for this. I'm still not happy with this, but and it just ticks me off. And there should be a better way. Our medical profession sucks anyway. I mean, we're good at it, but our billing process sucks. And the way that insurance companies pay and things like that.
Well, and the way things are.
Well, that's fine. When I came into the emergency room, I looked crazy. I had, and I do have a picture of it, but I'm not going to show you. I had an ice pack with an ace wrap around my head, blood coming down my side of my head on my shirt and a white shirt. So I look like death warmed over, okay? So I can understand making me a level 4. They thought a head injury, the whole bit, right? Yeah. They and Mikey put me in the wheelchair. He wouldn't let me walk in. So they said, but it's like recovery room. Or the OR. You're at certain points. So once they realized I wasn't that, just charge me for 15 minutes of that, and then bump me down to the next one, and then bump me down. I mean, we're talking the age of computers now. The computer can do it. All you can do is go hit 3, 2, 1. I mean, it can do it all by its lonesome. Why do we? Yeah. It's not like the old days where I had to take my pen and write it all out, which was the best time of my life because then I could buy a ton of pens. So I was, because I like to write. So for me, it was great. Once we went to computerized charting, I had to quit because it was terrible.
I wish there was standardized pricing for everything.
There should be. I don't see any reason why there isn't.
I don't understand why there isn't standardized pricing for everything. Why does an insurance company get a better rate than if I walked into a hospital and paid for it with fucking cash?
I agree. And if they discount it, if the standard amount for if it's $500 to put staples in somebody's head, and that's what they're going, and they know they're going to pay you $500 for this because that's what they always pay you is $500 because Medicare and everybody else. Why are you billing them $25,000 to write off $24,500? Because you get the tax break.
Because if I walked in there without insurance, they're going to charge me $25,000.
That was the same thing.
Yeah.
And I did get really snippy with them. I said, well, what'd you do? Give everybody a bonus during that time I was there? I wasn't even there an hour. And that took care of, I paid for the hospital and everything else during that course of time. And if they had billed Medicare and my part of the bill had come through, somebody said to me, would you had still be bitching? And I said, no, because I wouldn't have paid any attention. It would have been $200. And I thought, well, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and pay it. But then they brought it to the attention of somebody who's like, no, that's just not right, because you shouldn't be doing that to people. And not just me, but everybody. And that's wrong. So they need to fix it.
We have some spammers in here, which I find hysterical. I'm just going to sit here and keep watching their little.
Which one's a spammer?
Oh, Dark Shadows and
Watch one of you has
bigger saggers.
What does that mean?
I'm just watching them. I could kick them out, but I just think it's funny. Just let them go. Who cares?
Oh,
yeah, just let them go.
How did they get in there?
It's a live chat. It's open to everybody in the public.
Oh, that's why they wanted to see my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was somebody really wanted to see my foot.
Yeah.
Well, then but I don't want them there.
Absolutely, you are right. Free speech chat. You guys go right ahead and chat away.
Go ahead. You
have
do your
fun.
Thing. Yeah.
Have fun with your chat.
And we'll go get a piece of pie and be done with it.
Pie.
Oh, and this afternoon, if you're in Indianapolis and you have nothing better to do before the Colts game, and I don't even know what time the game is because I haven't been watching them that much, go down to Oink Pigment Studio down at 46th and they're behind 46th and Evanston. They're behind the salon located on East 46th Street. And ample parking is available on Evanston, and it's south on 40. They do not use any of the local business parking lots because you will be towed. Follow the neon sandwich boards that may say yarn, and you'll have no trouble finding us. So I'm going to head down there after I get done here. Oink Pigment, Brendan Heather, Burr Oak Studio, Laughing Cat, Fibers, and a yarn adventure truck will be there this afternoon from 11 to 3. So
awesome.
I won't be there from 11 to 3. And she was going to
go. I was going to go.
But with the in-laws coming.
My in-laws will be here soon. So
she's not going to go. But I'm going to head down there after I get on here. And of course, I'm sure I'll have to see what's available and might have to have some fall into my car or my bag of some sort.
Yeah.
It might happen.
Could Carly fall into your bag?
Sure. You want to pick you up?
She said, Deb, come get me.
Okay. I'm going to be leaving. I'll tell you when I leave here, and it's probably about 15, 20 minutes to get to you because I'm going to go 465 anyway. So I'll pick you up and then I take you home and then I go home.
There you go, Carly.
Carly, so I'll pick you up. So it's a date. We got it. No, and not you with the person with the foot or whatever you just said. You want to see something else. You can't go. I'm not going to pick you up. So I have no idea who that is. How did they do that? And why did they do that?
Because they can. And it's fine.
Oh.
I let them.
Okay, whatever. It's
just okay.
The way they are.
It gives you guys something more to read, which is interesting. And just means that it's reaching more people too.
Well, yeah, because we're out there. I mean, and why wouldn't we? Because we are.
I like reading strange things. So.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. But
we don't do politics. You need to knock that off because that's not cool. And so just knock that
we do
off.
pie instead.
Yeah, we do pie. Yeah. When we went last week we got together and we went to a place and they do make pie and they have really good pie at Homemade Ice Cream and Bakery over on Michigan Road. But they didn't have lemon meringue, so I couldn't have any pie.
I know.
I wanted lemon meringue. I was
really
into it.
Really, really bummed.
I was.
Did you have your lemon bag with you that day?
Maybe.
I mean, if she didn't have her lemon bag.
I did work on this a little bit this week, so I want to see.
So you're a liar. You did work on. Oh, you put in like 2 rows?
Yeah, so I can get it in the regular needle.
2 stitches.
2 rows is 2 rows of 2 stitch here, 2 stitch there. And, in 40 years, it'll actually be finished. So, this is my home Musselburgh. I put the other Musselburgh and the other shawl that I had started that has the pattern really easy is now up right next to the suitcase and goes in there first, because those two projects go, so because they're mindless things. Anything that I've decided, if it takes too much work, then I'm not going to bother,
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to block that one?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, come on, knock it off.
It's totally fine. I'm all for free speech.
Yeah.
There's, totally all for free speech.
I just didn't realize. Well, then I guess maybe we've become part of what the world is. I mean, we've become noticed.
Yeah, evidently.
Because now we've got people that were, picking on little knitters, old lady. I mean, she's on.
So yesterday I went and got my hair trimmed. It was just trimmed. So,
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, right. It was just trimmed.
Okay.
But I go to the place up in Lebanon now.
Okay.
Right. And she goes, do you got any plans to us? Because it was 10 o'clock yesterday. She goes, you got any plans? And I said, well, I'll probably spend the rest of today doing stuff for my side hustle. And then tomorrow I do my podcast. And she goes, you do a podcast? So this is the second time this lady has cut my hair. So I don't know her from anybody. But her and the gal next to her, they did it this time and they did it the time before. I was in stitches. The whole time I'm getting my hair cut, I am dying laughing, right? And she says to the gal next to her, she goes, you and I should do a podcast, but I just don't know what we talk about. And I go, you guys need to do a podcast and you don't need to know what you're going to talk about. You two would be a smash hit.
Really?
Oh my God.
So
they're
cool.
Hysterical. And she's like, well, what is your podcast about? I go, well, it's supposed to be about knitting, but it's about 10% knitting and like 90% just bullshit.
There's a day every once in a while we get, a day, an episode where we actually have, look, we got something here.
Yeah.
And today we were going to be crafty, but I didn't get that far.
Yep.
So,
no. And I'm not even knitting this time. So
no, but you found Fibonacci and you found a pattern.
I did.
And she's got paperless paper towels now. So, which is really good to do it. So I'm over here just trying. This is like amazing.
This is, they keep coming because now the people count is even higher.
Oh.
But it's funny.
Okay.
So maybe next week I can tell you about, or the next time I get my hair cut, I can tell you about the new podcast that my hairdresser is doing. Yeah.
Okay. No, we don't watch basketball. We watch football sometimes, but we don't watch basketball. I watch football. She didn't know anything about sports,
Except golf. I know more about golf than any non-golfer should know.
Well, I'm sorry, golf is not a sport.
I agree.
I'm sorry, golf is like watching paint dry.
Mm-hmm.
I think watching the paint dry is more fun because it changes color. It goes from lighter to darker. Doesn't it usually dry darker?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to go home and paint something. So in the meantime, hi, Ellie. Ellie's on now. So that's good.
There she is. Hi, Ellie.
How are you doing? Hoping you're feeling better. I'll write you a note today. And yes, Miss Carly, I will be picking you up. So I'll let you know when I leave here. So do we have to, you want to remove it? I thought you were going to report it.
Nah.
Who do you report it to?
YouTube.
Do they have police? Does YouTube have police?
I don't know.
Oh, wouldn't sound like that. Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Somebody stole this bike. I'm really sorry to hear that somebody stole your bike. Cyber police. Oh, I didn't know they had them either. But you guys are having a good time at home watching us just watch them trying to figure out what that. Well, you're getting this too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they can see it.
Yeah.
They can see there's somebody who has commented that they're a moderator for another podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
that's okay. I can moderate myself.
We don't need anybody else here. Let me tell you, just we're lucky we make it through what we're doing. So we've all had our entertainment then for the day.
Yeah, we sure have. I'm gonna I think we should just let it go for now, and you can go pick up Carly.
And I'll get on my way.
You guys go down to your thing, and I can contact Etsy and see when they're gonna get those acorns up.
Yeah, they're really cute, and I'm gonna take it with. And I'll show them today. I'll take it with, and here, wait there. I'll take it with, and wear it today.
Yeah, there you go.
Along with Mikey, had to put this one on.
You should probably take one of those stitch markers out of there so that when you open it and show everybody, you can get it closed again.
I think I figured it out. See, there's a special way to do it.
There is a special way to do it.
And if you don't feel like knitting, that'll give you something to do on your day, is to be able to put your acorn back together. This is like is this like not totally perfect for me?
It is, because you're the squirrel.
I know. See, now I can hide my little objects in here.
Yeah.
Maybe I could put my marijuana in here. I can put a gummy in here.
You could.
Yeah, there you go. I think somebody would figure it out. I just don't like them messing with our stuff. That's the only thing. We have enough problems getting on here, getting it on and off as it is. You know?
Yeah. I mean, and Karen's already telling you it's not a touchscreen.
You know,
we love Karen. We love you for that, Karen, because Karen's going to beat you now. So for the next year, you're going to have to try and beat Karen to the punch, because Karen's going to just keep putting that up there.
Yeah, she is going to tell me that it's not a touch screen. But guess what? I can touch it all I want. We used to do that when we were kids. Did you ever do that? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Yeah, see, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to end this in about 2 seconds. So have a good week.
Yeah, and we will see you
next week. And I am here next week. And we'll let you know how we did today. And Carly, I'm on my way, how Carly and I did having fun. So rain or shine, and what I bought, because you never know. I didn't even know Oink Pigments was here. I haven't liked there yet.
She's going to go see Oink. The squirrel is going to take the acorn down to Oink.
Okay, to see the Oink.
Yeah.
I really need to turn this off, because if I beat her up, I really don't want to.
She doesn't want evidence.
Yeah, can't have evidence. So, bye. Wait, I got to go up there now.
Yeah.